What's the most impactful book you've ever read?
It's The Millionaire Course, A Visionary Plan by Mark Allen, Marcallen. Anybody who's, you two guys, anybody who's reading this, you will be a millionaire. If you're not already a millionaire, within 12 months of reading that book, if you have a business. I'm telling you, it is the most powerful book that's kind of under the radar. It is so phenomenal.
Hello and welcome to the FasterFreedom Show. My name is Sam.
And I'm Lucas.
And Lucas, we have a very, very fun guest today. We are actually both meeting him for the first time about 5 minutes ago, and we have a lot to get into. I literally was asking him questions and let's just wait for the podcast to get to it.
For sure. Is this our first guest stream from out of the country as well?
Probably, I would say so. He's out of the country, but he's in our same time zone. So,
which is wild.
Yeah, we got Mr. Scott Morse today with Lamassu Leads. He's in Columbia, the country, not Columbia, Missouri, not Columbia, Illinois. Those are both in the central time zone. So, Scott, super excited to have you on here, man, and get to know you a little bit and talk about one of the biggest issues in real estate is finding leads. You ain't got shit if you don't have a lead. You can have your funding lined up, your LLC lined up, you can have everything lined up, but if you don't have leads, you don't got anything.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Sam and Lucas, for inviting me on and being able to meet you guys live like this. I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. We're excited, man. So why don't you give the audience a little background on yourself? I have several things kind of written down here, but give the audience a little background on yourself, and then we're going to give you some bumper questions, and then we're going to get into it.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate the opportunity again. I would say I think the thing that should be the overarching part of me and what I can provide is I'm really an outsider. I didn't really know anything about the real estate world till about 4 years ago. And so I came into this making money in other verticals, and I took a lot of that experience where I had monster companies and doing really well financially and being able to give myself a lifestyle that afforded me the ability to come down here and then start this up as a little pet project. But I really think I'm agnostic to the REI world. I'm not married to it. I see it merely as a mousetrap for making money. If you guys at the end of this podcast are like, hey man, I heard about this thing and I think that you'd be good at this thing, I'd literally light switch off out of REI and then light switch on into the new campaign. I truly treat real estate as just a campaign, and that's it.
So the company is called Lamassu. Can you tell the audience what a Lamassu is?
Yeah, sure. The shorter version of it is this is my last company. I'm blessed enough that when I went into this, I knew this is kind of like my last. I'm at that age now and resources wise where I'm ready to rock and roll. And so I really believe companies should have mascots, guys. And I think that it helps for the team, particularly the younger guys. Like even your favorite sports team has a mascot. So I was really diligent mentally about this. I said, okay, my first company had a lion mascot. The second company had an eagle mascot. This is the combination of everything great that I've done as an entrepreneur into one. When was the first time both a lion and an eagle existed at the same time ever in recorded history? So going back into what is Assyria, which is now modern day Iraq, the very first time a deity has ever appeared that we know of with a lion and an eagle, it was called a llama. So it actually had a human face, but I thought for branding, putting my face on it, it would probably kill sales. So I just did the lion and the eagle because for me, and this is what every agent here knows, they know, hey, listen, we're not ducks. We don't want breadcrumbs. We don't fly low. We're eagles. We're not hyenas. We're not laughing. We're not picking up scraps. We're lions. We're the top of the food chain. And so that's how we picked these two mascots, and that's how they've adopted the Lamassu brand and mentality.
Awesome. So I guess we didn't really get into that. I talked about leads a little bit at the beginning, but how would you describe, you can go into further detail, but Lamassu, you're a cold calling, you're a made-for-you cold calling service for real estate investors. You call on leads and you get them on the phone. Do you guys close them and hand them off? I guess walk me through the process because most of our listeners are real estate investors, not all of them, but most of them. So kind of walk through Lamassu a little bit and how you guys do things and how you do them differently and how you help people.
Thank you. I think first just start at the concept side. When I got into your guys' industry, Sam and Lucas, I said, okay. So what this industry calls a lead, I call data. And what they call an opportunity is what I call a lead. So we had this big gap in just common sense for me coming from other industries. Like I wouldn't count what this industry accepted as a cold call lead is a lead. Like all you did is verify the phone number, bro. You built no value. You didn't get them excited for the follow-up call. You did no qualification. They have a heartbeat. They have a home, and you think that that's a lead? I'm not going to waste my closer's time with that bull. And so that's what I came in to solve that problem, because I couldn't think, how can I hire highly qualified closers and give them underqualified leads? Because then I make them a glorified closer, meaning a glorified VA. Like if you have a closer having to dig through muck, then he is nothing but a glorified VA until he finally gets a crack at the bat. And so like that was the whole concept is, hey, I wouldn't want my closers talking to a lead until it's on second base. And that's how I built it. We have about a 14 to 17 minute qualification process they go through before they ever speak to an affiliate or one of my closers if it's in my market. And so it's a really long, robust rapport building, urgency building, qualification pitch that they go through. And so what I like to tell people is I figured out through advanced sales processes how to create PPC quality leads through cold call. And that's all I tried to do is just really raise the bar on cold call. And if that's the only thing that I accomplish in this industry is that like, hey, I make some bread, help some people get some job, and I change the definition of a lead in your guys' space, boom, mission accomplished, ready to roll.
That's awesome. You're so right on the semantics of what people call lead or net lead or gross lead or opportunity. So that's super cool that you guys define that. Tell us a little bit about how you developed those skills and what like early life was for you like as a person.
So I love it. I can tell you that when I started my professional, and I'm blessed to do high ticket sales at 20, only reason why I didn't like salespeople, I thought that they were just the typical people, right? But once I realized that I could turn this craft of speaking into a money-making like asset, a tool. Like I didn't want to do roofing. I didn't want to install security systems. I didn't go to college. I didn't want to work with my hands. It sucks outside. And I had the opportunity. Actually, I installed a security alarm at something called a timeshare resort when I was 20 years old. And like, if you guys are in Missouri, you know Branson, like they're just robbing people down there at those places. But those scumbag sales operations have fundamentals in them that matter. And so for those 2 years there, it planted a lot of seeds that have literally guided my entire journey as an entrepreneur and then put me on to different mentors, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, I'm absolutely a nerd. I love that. Masked in somebody who has now 2 decades of high ticket sales experience.
All right. Obviously, hard driving entrepreneur Scott. When you have free time, if you do, whatever free time means, right? What about this? How do you like to spend your time when you're not building the businesses?
So I have 2 wonderful and amazing daughters. I have a 7-year-old and 5-year-old daughter that I love with all of my heart. I enjoy those moments where life gives me the opportunity to really nestle down with them. But it has to be said that there's a guy in Miami, South Beach right now. He just came down from Missouri. He's in South Beach. He just paid $125 for 30 minutes on that jet ski. He's pulling right back up right now to return that jet ski. His life, his day, his hour was worse than mine. This is my jet ski. This game. I love my office. I love the impact that we're doing. So I don't reserve a time for off. I grind out because it's not a job. It's a passion. This is my thing. Like I'm super blessed to have been able to build a life where I choose to passionately come into work and rock and roll. So I probably have less hobbies than the average Joe because I don't want sports. I watch entrepreneurs, and that's kind of where we're at today.
I like it. I say the similar thing. So 2 quick things. So I have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old daughter. She's getting ready to turn 8. She just got her ears pierced today. Is your 7 or 5-year-old, do they have their ears pierced?
It's part of the culture here.
Okay.
That to get them done young, but I had that feeling still for 3.5, 4 years ago.
Yeah, no, so they just happened today. I got a video of her doing it. We told her she could after she turned like 6 or something, but she just finally did it today. And then that's similar to my answer, Scott, is like and Lucas similarly too, but I don't feel like I have enough time to be incredible at home with my wife and my kids and grow the business I want to grow and be really good at golf or really good on vacations or, travel and do that. But fortunately for me, my cup gets filled completely with my businesses and with my family. So I don't really need a ton of other hobbies. I don't care about it. So what makes your company different and better than everybody else?
It's a multitude. I'll just hit on the ones that I don't think are easily replicatable. And putting in the backdrop is like one of, not a competitor, but a bigger company in your market I've been with for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And anybody who's had a cold call company, they know that they turn and burn because nobody has a cold call company for 4 years. It's unheard of. you have to have really good relationships and ROI to be able to maintain somebody for 4 years in this space. But I think that's reflective of the product. The number one variable, and I say this as humbly as possible, it's because I'm here. I didn't outsource this. Maybe I'm a weak entrepreneur or a weak CEO. I couldn't figure out how to do it without being here, but I came down here and I brought all this experience with me, and then I built it up slow and steady. With that, we are sales assassins. Our number one asset isn't the BI tools and all the different data scientists and the data company. Our number one core is that we have a Lamasu University over there with about 25 chairs in there right now, and we do intensive sales. This place feels like Wolf of Wall Street, REI, every single day. And that is what you need to keep people enthused and on the phone. I'm the highest paying call center in this city, so I'm recruiting the best talent. I'm recruiting all the kids that used to live in the States that came back. And so I would just say our fronters, which is what we call fronters, we call you guys closers, or the affiliates closers. Our fronters are better than 90% of this industry's closers. And if you can get that from a cold calling service, you will have the type of success it is that the other company in Missouri has and what you've heard.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button, comment with something you learned, and make sure to subscribe to this channel. We give away more free advice on how to create wealth based on things we actually do every single day than any other channel on YouTube. Make sure to share this with a friend because our mission is to inspire you to think differently about freedom.